Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome all of you to the closure of the emotional week of Aquarius in this Taurus day. So today I will try to go to the point because otherwise I will be speaking for 3 hours because today we have three concepts of this trinity of fire. So the trine flame, um, which is Aries for the physical body aspect of the trinity, Leo of is the soul of this trinity, and Sagittarius is the spirit of this trinity. So I will try to make a summary of them one by one so we don't forget them. So we have here Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So this is the trinity of the fire, the trine flame. Which is this one here, Aries representing the wheel. So I'll write it in English because it's very different. Wheel, this one here, Leo representing the love, and Sagittarius representing wisdom. Triumph flame. What's difficult? Triumph flame. Okay. Have you heard about the triumph flame? So the concept of this triumph flame, like that. The concept of the triumph flame is a metaphysical concept. It's not the physical concept, of course. So this concept is speaking that we have all within three flames inside our heart, hidden in our heart, and when we activate the three of them, means that the I am has been downloaded in our body, that we are living through the I am. So this this trinity is activated within ourselves in the in the heart, in the core of the self of the being. So this is but this is not the physical aspect. This is a conceptual. This is philosophical, metaphysical. And is describing as symbolism, is describing that these colors, which are the blue, the red, and the yellow, the main colors, these three main colors are related to the will, the love, and the wisdom. So these three are the attributes of the I am. In order to connect the trinity of the I am, what we need to do is to have balance in our will, in our love, and our wisdom. So that's the triumph flame, really. Okay. Okay. So, um, so this triune flame is related to the balance and the harmony of oneself. So these are the attributes of the self, of the being, the me, the three different attributes that must be in balance. So if we draw the flames like this, we will figure the shape of the divine, which is the tetrahedron, the shape of God, which is the symbol of the fire. Hmm? So this is the best way we can see the triune um, flame. I don't know the name. I don't know how to say it properly. Um, the Trinity of the flames. So, what we have to do with these aspects of our personality is to put it all together as one, integrated. And the fire is the element that integrates. When we speak about the steps of the universe, integration is related with the symbol of the fire because, of course, the fire turns everything that is separated into ashes to the original form. So that's why fire is related with this integration process. Um, so, of course, that this circle is talking about the complete being, the one that has discovered the I am. But if we hadn't discovered the I am, we will have these flames becoming fires. And these fires will be separated from one another. So these aspects of ourself will become parts of our personalities. And we will be working separately with each one of them. So what we are going to do now is to try to understand each one of these flames, of these fires, by separated, so we can understand and relate with our imbalance of it. And then we can understand how to put that together, at least in a conceptual way. Let's begin by the body. So first of all, remember that we have Aries. We begin with the body. So Aries comes from the word ariete, that means ram. The ram is one of the first animals that the humans were using ram and goats after being recollectors and hunters. At first, humans were hunting and recollecting fruits, and then before they discovered agriculture and the civilization, they were shepherds. So the shepherds were handling the rams and the goats. So they took all the food, the meals that they need, the milk, the wool, the meat, everything was coming from that humans needed was coming from the ram and the sheep and the goats. So this is why for humans this was the beginning. This was the beginning, the animal that represented the origin, the beginning of everything. So remember that there's a moment in humanity when they became like this kind of shepherds, that humans discovered the fire. I am not gonna tell the stories about the fire because it's very long. But um, but in the same time that they were using the goats and the rams, they discover how to handle the fire. So they discover how to cook. They stopped eating raw flesh and they started to cook the meat. So the fire, um, the fire was really important for our evolution in the moment where people were shepherds. Um, because because when they discovered the fire, they started to cook, and cooking is the key for us to become what we are now, our Homo sapiens sapiens. It's not about what we thought or whatever, it's about how we cooked. Sometimes maybe it seems like nothing, but really it means everything. And why is that? Because we all eat, and until that time, until the discovery of fire, how to use and handle the fire, humans were eating raw flesh, raw meat. So because of this, all the proteins and minerals and nutrients that usually the food has in the meat and the vegetables, usually our intestines are not able to process all that information because it's so stuck that it's impossible. They don't the body doesn't have the time to process properly all that information. So usually we were like pooping most of the things that we needed, so they just went away. We lose them. But but what they started to do by cooking, sorry, when you cook the food, when you put fire on it, there is a chemical process that happens in the meat and the vegetables that accelerate the I don't know the word, decomposition. Yeah, it was easy. So it accelerates the decomposition of the food. So the minerals and proteins and all that information was easier to be absorbed. So this composition was the fire reactivates this chemical process in which the proteins and the nutrients and all of that is easier to be absorbed. So that's why when people started to cook, when people started to cook the food, they were able to absorb much more nutrients for the neurological system. So because of this, people started to think. People started to be able to have cognition, and it's because of this spark of the fire that humans were able to see, to understand, to start to think differently about the world. This is why Aries is related to the beginning of our humanity as we know it. Because Aries is the beginner, is the one that sees the spark in everything, the one that says, I want to learn this, I want to do that, I want to go and to understand this and so on. So it's because of this that the people started to wonder, and we relate the the goat with the beginning of humanity, with the beginning of everything, with everything that we need, so on. So Aries basically is the spark of knowledge, is the spark that leads us to begin, to do stuff. It's like the kid that is trying to learn everything as much as possible all the time. Okay, so of course that what I'm speaking about is the beginning of our humanity. Okay, it's not related like we are doing today, because now for example, boiling the water. When you boil the water, you are killing all the microorganisms and like the bacteria and so on. So that's why the people started to boil the water, and they were healthier than before because of that. So we have been thousands of years boiling water, eating cooked food. So that's why we have been thousands of years prepared on how to process these nutrients and this food in our body. So that's why we can eat differently today. We can be vegetarians, we can be vegans, and so on, because we have the opportunity, and we have done the preparations for that. Okay, it's not like and also now you can go to the supermarket and you have all the supplements for the food. Like you can go and find lentils and some beans and so on to replace the meat. In that time, the only thing that they found was a goat. So it's very different. So we should not judge how we begin and how we are now. So this fire that enlightens this knowledge, that allows the person to think and to recognize the environment, is the spark of the first humans, the ones that are learning about themselves. And if we go to the very beginning, of humanity, um, uh, the whole things that they were doing by cooking, eating, and having strength for the body was all about survival, was all about, we have to survive, I need to keep my body alive. That was the main thing. So that's why this survival of the body was related with Aries, like the constellation that is related to the self. I am the one that needs to survive. I am the one that must be protected. I have these needs. I want this or that. So it's the Aries thought way of seeing it, and it's not bad. It's good. Why is good? Because it's the I am. Is the one that knows that everything refers to itself. That everything is about us as one. So Aries is the one reminding us, first is me, and then the rest, because the rest is just a projection of myself. That's Aries. Okay, so it's not bad. It's not a bad attribute. It's okay. So that's why Aries is related with the will. It's the will of finding something, going out, trying to figure out the things of the life, trying to learn about new things, like a kid trying to figure out things. So we have to remember that we have this positive aspect of Aries, which is the I am, the one that says, it's me, I am here, and this is my place, and I am the spark that activates everything, the will of doing things, of learning, of, that's the spark of life. That's Aries, the kid that is willing to learn. But in the other hand, when you have when you are not in balance as the Aries archetype, they are like kids that wants everything for themselves and that fight if they don't get it. Makes like rah, like this thing. I don't know in English the word. Um, and they start to fight and they start to question the things before listening um, or or understanding the things, because they say if I don't get it, it's because it's wrong. It's like this reaction all the time. So Aries is like the body of a kid that is adapting to life. So now we go to the lion, Leo, which is the next one of the flames. So Aries is the center. Aries is the I, me. It doesn't see that there is anyone around. It's only me, and me. Is the center. And now Leo is the one that realizes that I am not going to be able to be in the center unless the other ones around me help me to be in the center. So Leo is not like Aries that has the ego that says, I don't care about the rest. Leo is the ego that says, I have to take a look in everyone that is around me, but not because I want to help them, but because if I don't help them, I am not going to be able to be in the center. So to understand Leo, now we have to go back again to the origin in Africa to see the lions. And we call lions the king of the rainforest, even if there is no lion ever lived in a rainforest. So usually if you have seen any documentary of the lion, you will see that there is the lion, the king, up in the rocks, watching everything, and the lionesses all around below, and some other lions around, okay, but everyone below. So now we will try to understand this image from 2 points of views. One from the feminism and the other one from the masculine side. Machism, you say it like this in English? Machismo? So let's try to understand how the herds of lions and lioness work. So not only for that animal, all the animal kingdom, mostly, they work in kind of the same way. How? They produce much more feminine than masculine. Okay? They have much more female than male. And this is because the nature wants to produce life, to create life. Okay, so most of them, they use this system of having one male breeding all the other female, so they have much opportunities. But who choose the who choose the the male? Is the female that choose the male, because what the nature wants is for the feminine to determine which is the best specimen to give life. So this specimen, the male, has to be clever, has to be bigger, has to be strong, has to have a lot of things in order to show the female that is the best specimen to be used. Okay, so this is why through thousands of years of evolution, normally there are many female and a few male. Okay, it's because of biology, basically, is used. So because of this, we usually think now that why the lion is the one that is not doing anything and it's up there like watching everything like a king. But I invite you to see a different point of view. The different point of view is the lion is there because of the lioness. Are the lionesses that are protecting the lion because it's the best specimen to is the best specimen to create life, to have cow, how to say the baby lions. Cow, I don't know. So this is the idea of the feminine using the masculine. So why is that masculine there? Because the feminine are protecting the masculine because it's the best specimen. But if this being, if this lion does not good things, the lionesses will choose another one, and that one will fight against the old king and exiliate him and take its place. Okay, so now you can understand from this point of view that Leo is not related with the power of being over the others. It's related with the ego that needs to give good things for the rest, otherwise it loses its power. So Leo would be that one, the aspect of Leo in the positive way would be the one that leads, that that gives what it has to the rest, that shares and guide and is master and an example to follow, and so different kinds like this. And is the person, is the not the person, is the attribute or the archetype of the leader, is the leader that doesn't need to do much things to become a leader. Okay, because if that Leo is in the center, is able to lead the others with the example. That's the Leo, and it recognized that by soul is connected with everyone. So when the archetype of Leo goes out of the balance and loses its axis, has nothing to give, has no idea what to give to the rest. So a Leo without a purpose, without anything, must invent one. So needs to invent something, so it starts to act, so it can be seen. Okay, so that's the moment when the Leo starts to say, hey, look at me, I have so many things to give you, I have so many colors, I have too many things, and everything is empty, but it doesn't matter, I have everything you need here now, you know, like like that. So they start to control the other people and try to manipulate the people so the people can see them. They start to make themselves be seen, because the ego of Leo, in the opposite of Aries, Leo needs to be seen in order to exist. So the best example for a Leo out of the axis is a politician. The normal politicians that we usually know, that needs to say beautiful things for the people to believe them, that this is the change, that we are doing this and we will promise that and we are promising you that, and so on. And they are looking for this group of people to follow them, but they cannot. They don't have the strength, and that's why they are lying. So a Leo that is in order doesn't need many things to call attention. A Leo that is in order is just a leader by itself. It doesn't matter what they do. Okay. So Aries is the body, so it's the will, the pushing in order to do things. But Leo is the soul, so it's related with love. So in this time, in this moment, Leo needs love to be seen, needs to feel loved, and needs to give love. Needs this feedback of emotion in order to know that it can be seen. So Leo in its axis is the leader, the ones that is in the center, sharing and opening the path. The Leo that is outside the center is the one that needs to call attention in order to feel itself the center, because it doesn't know how to do it by itself. So it becomes control, manipulation. And then from the control we have Sagittarius, the third flame. Sagittarius is freedom. Sagittarius is the one that says, yes, I am the center of everything. Yes, I am a leader, but I don't really care. Sagittarius is the one that says, I am the center, but I rather take the center with me everywhere, some other place far from here. And Sagittarius is the one that says, and yes, maybe I am a leader of people because they follow me, but I rather they don't follow me. So Sagittarius is the one representing the spirit, so the wisdom. And the wisdom is because Sagittarius is the one saying that of course that is good to know who you are, is you need to know who you are, and it's good to know that you can handle your life and so on, but the ego is not really the main goal. The ego is just a tool that you have to enjoy here on earth. It's just something else that you can handle, because when you use the ego, you had experience and you find wisdom. So through wisdom, Sagittarius says, I don't really care about the ego. The ego is just a tool for me, and that's it. So we relate Sagittarius, we all know Sagittarius like that person that travels a lot, that goes away, but also it's escaping from anything. Normally, Sagittarius is the one that looks to the other ones and laugh a little bit and says, oh, yes, I know that thing. Yes, I've been there. Yes. Oh, yes, the ego. Yeah, so funny. is the one that usually enjoys. So Sagittarius is the one that will say to the other signs, um, um, you don't have to worry too much, because for Aries it's like I want to have, and Leo is the one saying I will give you everything you need, and Sagittarius is the one saying what is everything? Maybe it's nothing. And what is the point? What is the point of having everything? What is the point of having everything if you are going to die? What is the point of giving everything to the other ones if you are going to be alone at the end? So why not to just enjoy the path, the way? There's no purpose. So just go around and see what happens. So so when Sagittarius says, "But why don't you enjoy?" and so on, and Aries will say, "No, no, I don't want to enjoy. I want this now. I want right now this." And Leo says, "No, you don't have to just not do anything, because you have a purpose. We all have a purpose. We have to do many things, otherwise we're gonna lose," and blah blah blah. And Sagittarius, when this one is fighting and this one is saying too much things about purposes and so on, Sagittarius just says and disappear like magic. So one of the negative aspects of Sagittarius is that they are not responsible of anything. They take everything as a joke, and they say, "I don't really care. What are you saying? I am not here to fight. So I'm gonna go." Um, so we have seen now the different aspects of these flames. But now we are gonna close the flame, the triune flame. So how are we going to close this? By finding the axis, the equilibrium of the three. Aries is the one that sets the spark of life, the one that initiates the will of doing things, and says, "It's me, it's all about me. I am." Leo is the one that says, "Yes, I am, but I am also projected in the outside, and I have to find and unite all the other attributes and aspects of myself projected outside and lead them to the enlightenment of the I am." And Sagittarius is the one that says, "And once you find that I am, you will be able to set yourself free and be able to create everything that you want." Aries is the spark that ignites. Leo is the flame and the light. And Sagittarius is the heat that expands through the air. So the way I can initiate all this is if I find the spark of myself. I need to refer to my own self within my body and to take the will to set the ignition, the spark of who I am. This is the way in which I can ignite the fire, create the lights, the colors, so the other ones around can see with clarity, can know where to head to. Because this is the torch that leads in the night. And once they reach the place, they share the torch. They create much more fires, and each one of those start their own path towards the I am. So this new path will begin by the will of starting myself, guiding the other ones by love, and getting wisdom through the path of my experience. So for Aquarius, for this new age of Aquarius, Aquarius is very individual, but it needs to work with the networks, with the greed. So in order to do it properly, we have to remember that the spark of the self is within. We need to remember who we are. I am. So from this I am, I can lead the others that are searching for that I am. And once they do, remember that we all are sharing a network where each one of us has its own path to do. So we should not follow, when we find our path, we should not follow others' path. We have to remember that I am the path and that I can share it, enjoying it. So let's go to the information for today. The vibration for today is boom, boom, boom. The statement for today is I am the eternal nourishment. The code for today is behind. On the back, it's down the projection of an object or being that implies the defense, protection, and stability, whether it's the shoulders or the spine or the shell in animals. Thus, biologically, the body was developed with the intention of protecting itself by escaping a place or situation, not looking back. We can interpret that we can interpret this in two different ways. One, running away from the past and leaving it behind, or two, protecting itself from the fear that provokes the unknown and the future's uncertainty. Let's go to the alignment. I'm very comfortable today because I have this. So sit comfortable, close your eyes, and concentrate in your breathing. Take a deep breath and think about all the environment you find yourself in. Think about your body and how it feels in this space. I use my imagination to make this space into a deep black sky full with stars. As I breathe, I feel this deep space, dark sky, and I picture myself as the earth floating in the middle. Perceiving the stars in the sky, I can picture the three constellations of the Trinity of Fire, making a triangle around me. I see the stars of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I perceive the light of the stars gathering and coming towards me as one ray from each constellation. Going to the core of my earth, to the heart of my body, like a glass focusing the light straight to my core, to the center, igniting a fire in my heart. Take a deep breath and feel how the three constellations ignites three fires, three flames inside of my heart. Light blue, pink, and yellow. As I perceive these flames, the three egos, I try to think about which one is leading and ruling my life. Perhaps I am like Aries, a selfish being, that only thinks in itself forgetting the rest? Am I perhaps, like Leo, an egocentric being, reaching for the love of the others to feel alive, using the others to give a meaning to its existence, a purpose? Am I perhaps an irresponsible being like Sagittarius that tries to escape in front of the minimum conflict? I recognize these unbalanced aspects of my ego. When I see them, I take all that information, all those situations where I recognize myself with this unbalanced ego, and I take all of them to the core, to my heart, to set them on fire in these three flames, making it into ashes. Take a deep breath. As you breathe, ignite the flame of Aries, activating the spark that reminds you, I am the center of all things. I am the center of all things. I am the will that initiates. I ignite the flame of Leo, activating its attribute of love, remembering that I am here for the others. I am, we are, and all the others are here for me. I am love. I am my own leader. I am the light that guides in the shadows. I ignite the fire, the flame of Sagittarius, and I recognize the attribute of expansion, of happiness. I am wisdom. I am the expansion. Take a deep breath and ignite as you sing your sound, the fire, the three flames, creating the torus up and down and in all directions. Boom, 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 boom. I am the eternal nourishment. I am the eternal nourishment. I am the eternal nourishment. Take a deep breath, and at your own time, come back here and now. Thank you, everybody, for having accompanied me in another week, in this emotional week of Aquarius. And as always, see you tomorrow at the same time to begin with the new week of the physical aspect of Aquarius.